insect is a bee and doing what it's told. It is behaving, as indeed are we, David. We do regularly, every night.
Always.
But tonight, a word story as always, and a paper trail.
We use plenty of paper on this show and we recycle our paper, but we haven't talked about the word paper and the origins of paper. Now, it is linked to papyrus, which is that scroll material from Egypt, but the stepping stone along the way is the Greek word papyros, which describes or identifies the sedge or reeds that grew along the Nile Delta. And it was this that was pulped up to make papyrus and is our origin of the word paper. Now, because paper is quite flimsy by nature, it occurs in several phrases that actually reflects this brittleness. For example, something that is on paper is in theory only. When we paper over the cracks, we are using a kind of stopgap or flimsy means of hiding faults. If you're sort of weak, you can't fight out of a wet paper bag, and wet paper is even more flimsy. And then there is the Chinese expression, su lao fu.
Not one that I know.
No, well, it translates as paper tiger, and it's what Mao Zedong used to describe conservatives during the Cultural Revolution. He said that they may seem fierce, but in fact they're quite sort of brittle and quite fragile. And finally, one of the great myths, along with a free lunch, would have to be the paperless office, because we all know these days we can't move but for paperwork.
Well, we've certainly got lots of it, but the recycling is the key.
It is.
Nicely done, David. And let's have a look at our scores. Matthew's on 13. Steve, 3 points ahead, 16, as we head for some more letters. And can you deliver those, Steve, please?
Sure, thank you. Could I have a consonant, please?
Thanks, Steve. R.
And a vowel?
I.
And a consonant?
D.
And a vowel?
E.
And a consonant?
L.
And a vowel?
A.
And a consonant?
V.
And a consonant?
N.
And a consonant, please.
And to finish, D.
Here we go. How many that time, Steve?
I'll go for 6.
Matthew?
6 as well, Richard.
Let's hear your 6, please.
Ladder.
And yours, Steve?
I'm going to try laird.
Can you spell that for us?
Sure, L-A-I-R-E-D.
Now, that's a little bit dodgy, David.
Well, it's funny, Kelly, with such a wonderful Scottish accent, laird normally is associated with the Scottish word L-A-I-R-D, which is a landowner.
That's what I thought it was to start with.
But here we are with a very peculiar ockerism, laird. Let's have a look. And lair is here, flashily dressed young man. It needs to be as a verb, lair up only in combination, but it is a verb. The good news, Steve, getting back to Africa, it is a verb in the wild animal sense, because to go or lie or to have a lair is a verb. So laird is fine, well played.
And what did you find here, David?
Well, if you are brave enough to breach or approach a lair, you would be an invader, which is there for 7, and so is invaded.
Nice finds, and 6 each, Matthew and Steve. Let's keep these letters rolling. From you this time, Matthew.
Lily, I'll have a vowel.
Thank you, Matthew. E.
Another vowel.
I.
Another vowel.
A.
A consonant.
T.
Consonant.
M.
Consonant.
S.
Consonant.
N.
Consonant.
W.
And I'll finish with a consonant.
And last letter, T.
30 seconds on the clock. How did you go, Matthew?
5.
Steve?
I've got 7.
Hang on to it. Let's have the 5 first, Matthew.
Mint. M-E-A-N-T.
And your 7?
Mittens.
Nice little gloves, David.
It's lovely. Beautiful word. Great 7, Steve. I was locked in with inmates for those first 7 letters, and then I just busted out once I double-checked the dictionary for tawniest, being most tawny.
Good find, David. And nice 7 points for Steve. Well, Steve, you did a great job with the numbers in the last round. What combo this time?
Could I have 1 large and 5 small, please, Lily?
It's 1 large and 5 small. And starting with the smalls, 5, 5, 1, 2, 2, and the large is 25. The target to reach is 441.
30 seconds to get there. What did you make of them this time, Steve?
I didn't get anywhere this time.
No luck?
No.
Not in the scoring zone?
Yep.
Matthew?
Same here.
Same here? Okay. Well, probably same with me too, but what about you, Lily?
The best I can do is 440 at the moment. I can't seem to get up to 441.
440, you're only 1 off, so it's a little bit of a tough one. Maybe you can have a think over the break. If you have any luck, let us know. But nothing for Matthew or Steve on that one. So that means Matthew, 19, Steve, 29. Heading for our next break. And your word mix this time is curio gas. With a clue, goes with goodness and me. Back after the break.